Eyes wide open is what this is saying. If there is a man with money, influence, and they are being secretive, calculated, keep your eyes on them. One of the things I learned about people is sometimes we can assume or misassume someone's motives. Like, we might think someone's being sneaky, and when we talk to them, they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that was a misunderstanding. They'll actually attempt to remedy it. There's one of two ways, right? If you go and you have the initial conversation, you test someone, right, with maybe a minor thing, it goes one of two ways. One, they'll reconcile, they'll, clarify their intentions and try to change, right? The other person will tell you what you want to hear and make no changes. In fact, they'll become even more surreptitious about what they were originally doing that you came to them to air your grievances with. This is telling me to know the difference between those two types of people in your life, especially those that have power, money, and influence. What is your metaphorical cup that you're going to give them to test them? It's pretty heavy. What else? Oh, this is interesting. So the King of Pentacles, I think, is being betrayed. There's like a kinder, softer masculine that's kind of in an authority position, and like there's this dark-haired male that's like sneaking away, and he's like, oh, he has no idea I'm running away with the bushel. Like, this guy's trying to steal this guy's harvest. And there's something to do with like a circus or fair. Interesting. Okay, what else do we need to know? Let's see here. It's almost like this King of Pentacles, he's very content. Just kind of sitting in the comfort of his own abundance, completely oblivious to the underhanded stuff that this person's doing. It's like sneaky fox. Like, the fox got into the hen house and stole some eggs. And he stole just enough that this King of Pentacles won't notice. He's still chill, calm. Interesting. This keeps showing up too, the Three of Pentacles. This guy is looking like this guy here. So he has an accomplice, so he's talking to this guy. These two are working on manipulating this guy. And he's sneaking away with whatever they did. I keep hearing, she was right, she was right, she was right. I got a channeling about like a very specific circumstance earlier that's a lot along the lines here of this. Actually, last year, I'll bring it to the broader sense. There were two knights that were being presented, and this is on a macro scale, so think like leaders, but also think karmically, so it's micro as well, so in your individual life. And it was ultimately there's going to be two different knights to choose from. I think it was Knight of Cups, and what was the second one? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that reading. But pretty much it was do you listen to your head or do you listen with your heart? Like, are you gonna really pick the right one, the right cup, like the Indiana Jones theory? Like, are you gonna the genuine one with the real moral foundations, or are you gonna pick the one that's actually corrupt but tells you what you want to hear? This is kind of like this, and it looks like this King of Pentacle. I think he chose wrong. I think he did, but he's just still like oblivious to it. Give us more on that. This seems to have like a trickle-down effect on multiple players. If a group comes to you and tells you a story about one individual, so we're talking about 2 or 3 or more people come to you, and they tell you things you never witnessed yourself about a specific person, but you're in a position of authority. You're King of Pentacles, right? They come to you and tell you these stories, right? Gossip, hearsay. If you listen to them without investigating it, so you listen to the false claims and you develop a bias, you don't check their motives for why they do that, that's how you pick the wrong team. Because you're not checked in foundations of integrity or honesty. You're easily manipulated. And I think that's what this King of Pentacles did. And so he created a situation where someone was betrayed, and then subsequently he becomes betrayed. Right now he just doesn't realize it. Oh, that's a tough. I just got more on that. That betrayal goes deeper, so it's actually going to be a waterfall. So because he made that choice, there's like a waterfall effect on everyone around him because he made that choice. Like, it harmed a lot of people. A lot of people got harmed because of these games that were played, and he picked those games. What ends up, I'm hearing blackmail. So the waterfall implicates a lot of people that probably were innocent. He then has a waterfall in his personal life. So it's not just the fox ran away with his eggs. It's so much more. And I'm seeing the cards like this is a family leaving someone. That's what a karmic cycle looks like. Like, this really plays it out really well. The forks in the road that we face. Wow. When you create an injustice, like this is why I don't ever want to be a judge or someone in a position of authority that has to determine the fates of other people, because it's a lot of weight on our shoulders, right? Like, a lot of responsibility. That's why people are like, oh, you should be a leader. I'm like, no, thank you. Here's the deal is when you're put in those positions and you don't choose wisely, so you create betrayal in other people's lives because you were the pivotal point, you were the required player to make the right decision, the fair, just decision, and you don't, you now have those implications in your own life. And that's why, to put yourself on that throne, that chair of power, you put yourself at that risk karmically, you sign up. It's pretty heavy. And that's bosses, that's judges, that's presidents of the United States of America, right? Like, all those kinds of, no thank you. Those with great power comes great responsibility. And this is what it means. Because it's not just how you affect other people, because how you affect other people is how you affect yourself. And this person, unfortunately, I don't know why they would have chose the non-honest, strong foundation with integrity. I don't know what, just, it looks like there was manipulation, blackmail. They were coerced into betraying the people that were actually innocent. I mean, think flying monkeys and smear campaign. I mean, that's pretty much what that is, right? Ouch. There are no mistakes as long as we learn from them, right? In the meantime, yeah, that's how I view leadership. And there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. We think it's just all fun and games, and it's like, nope, no thank you. I personally like to hang out in the background, kind of master my bubble of responsibility, and just being willing to offer help whenever someone asks for it, right? Like, just kind of minding my business. To step up in that position, man. Like, I don't have any judgment on this King of Pentacles. Like, they probably think they're doing the best they can. It's just seeing how it plays out. That's brutal. I just heard healing. So this is like a pivot point for this, whatever that energy, this King of Pentacles. They don't see their role and responsibility for the cycles that they've been enduring and have been allowing to happen to other people in their care and responsibility. So this last round is possibly going to be the one that wakes them up. Takes what it takes. Here's the devil reversed here. Queen of Wands reversed. It is what it is. I mean, this isn't written in stone. I mean, it kind of looks like it's already happened. So if this is resonating, you would know, because you would know the specific circumstance. Like, we're talking corruption, smear campaign, and then a leader who is the only person in the position of authority to be able to correct the situation, and they chose the other side. So you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Yep. When we choose fear and denial, the cycle continues. And again, no judgment. I don't feel like I'm personally free from any of those cycles myself. Like, I don't feel like I'm like, oh, just because I can see it, I'm better than now. It's just, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, because you look at it from a bird's eye view and you can see all the players who get hurt and the pain of making the same decisions over and over again. The trickle-down effect is real, the butterfly impact. Or as Dr. Seuss would say, what is it, because a bumblebee sneezed or something? He's got a book about that, but... And all of this is still perfectly divinely timed. So all these players are being pushed to their highest timeline, even the people betrayed. Like, obviously, they deserve better, right? Obviously, nobody deserves to be in an environment where your well-being can be jeopardized by lies. Everybody deserves better than that. So I think everybody from here will learn. Didn't really see what happened with this Seven of Swords person, but we don't really need to. We're on a need-to-know basis. But that was an interesting read regarding injustice and cycles.